Hey guys, this is the Tech Savvy Scientist and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts about the Stockholm 2021 investments. Before we jump into it, if you're looking to buy or sell your CSGO skins, I will leave a bunch of affiliate links down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps out the channel, and in fact, sometimes it even gives you a discount and a top-up bonus. So if you want to buy or sell CSGO skins, go check out the affiliate links in the description. I'm giving away 10 trade-ups on my Discord server, so all you need to do is be subscribed and react to the giveaway message in the Discord server. Check out the link in the description to join the server. Apart from the factual information presented in this video, nothing is financial advice, and this is all just speculation and my opinion. Because of a certain thing that starts with COVE and ends with ID19, there was a gap in CSGO majors for about 2 years. But in November of 2021, this all changed. So since this certain thing, well, it didn't get less bad, it just got less unfamiliar, there was a chance that the 2021 Stockholm major was gonna be held. And when the time came, it was actually held, which was very nice for every CSGO player. And besides just being able to watch a bunch of matches, this major has introduced tons and tons of items that has potential to us investors. Now, of course, the most obvious items that have been introduced are the stickers, but beside the stickers, there are also some patches, souvenir cases, souvenir skins, and something else that people usually don't talk about in investment videos. So if you're curious about what that is, stay tuned until the end of the video to find out. Just a quick warning, I am not big into the CSGO major scene, so I haven't watched all the matches. In fact, I think I only watched the grand final. I think I still know enough about stickers and CSGO items to add a little bit of value to the investment scene. As you can see, I didn't even get the diamond coin, which is a little bit cringe, but it is what it is. So just a fair warning that I'm not going to talk about anything related to the major, just the items themselves. So this major introduced 5 new sticker capsules split into 2 categories. The first category is the team stickers, containing 3 different types of sticker capsules, and the second category are autograph stickers containing 2 different capsules. The capsules in one category are going to be pretty similar to each other, but there are some slight differences, which I'm going to talk about. But mainly, I'm going to talk about a category as a whole. So the team stickers were revealed to us first, before the major even started, and since there hasn't been a major for 2 years, these stickers had to be good. Valve just can't get away with releasing bad stickers after 2 years of no majors. And they did deliver. The stickers in this capsule are really good, especially gold ones with the nicer gold color than the RMRs, with no background, and with a very nice etching of a dragon in every gold and hollow. These stickers are actually so good that they have been compared to the Katowice 2014 hollows, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. That's maybe because the look of the Katowice 2014 hollows just etched into my brain as being tens of thousands of dollars. But in my opinion, they don't look as good as the 2014 hollows. However, I think they look a lot better than the Kato 15 hollows. This is probably a very controversial opinion, but it is what it is. These stickers are only compared to the Kato hollows in the looks department, so the price and rarity doesn't even compare. There's just so much more of the Stockholm 2021 compared to the Katos. So this is basically my first main point, is that the supply is incredibly large. Now, this happened for multiple reasons. Reason number 1 is that they have been in the Steam shop for a very, very long time. In fact, longer than they were supposed to. They were supposed to be taken out on December 20th, I believe. And as of recording this audio clip, it's January 15th, so it's been almost a month. Another reason is, as I said before, they look incredibly good, so people are going to want to open them. And the final main reason why the supply is so big is because they are so cheap. After the sale, they're only 25 cents each. So the barrier to open these things is very, very tiny. The price of an item is dictated by supply and demand. So the higher the demand, the higher the price, and the higher the supply, the lower the price. And we already established that the supply is massive, so this will result in pretty low prices. You can clearly see how low these prices are if you take a look at CSGO Stash. The most expensive Team Gold is only $21. That doesn't even pay back 100 capsules, and on average you would need to open 156 to open a gold. And that's just the best case scenario. If you you open the best gold. But odds are you're gonna open something worse, and the prices quickly tank to under $10 on the third most expensive gold. And as we scroll down, you can see that the cheapest gold, the Renegade's gold, is going for a grand total of $1.56. That is 6 capsules for a gold that takes 156 on average to open. So clearly, supply cannot keep up with demand, and until these stickers are still in the shop, they're just gonna continue to plummet. Same thing with the foils. Most expensive is $7, then dropping down to $3.40, and the third most expensive foil is $1.44. So I think it's pretty clear that golds and foils are not really what people are opening these capsules for. That title goes to the holos. And even though the price of the holos is not amazing, I think it's pretty clear that the relative price compared to the rarity is still highest for the holos. And that's again just supply demand. And the situation with the papers is very interesting actually. So since every sticker, so gold, foil, holo, and paper, is in one capsule, you have to open at least a couple papers before you open a holo, foil, or gold. So therefore there are literal millions of paper stickers floating around that no one wanted, but people had to open it to get the holos. And this made the paper stickers literally worthless. There are no buy orders, and they are selling for the cheapest possible price they could sell for. Now you might think if they are selling for the cheapest possible price, it's definitely a good investment because there's literally no way you can lose money. But what you need to think about is that when you're dealing with such cheap items, that's 3-cent items, Steam tax is not 13%, it's 67% because it takes away 2 cents of your 3 cents. So for you to break even, the skin has to almost double in price. And for you to make any profit, the sticker would have to double in price. And then you'd only make 33% on it. And with the sheer amount of papers, I just can't see them doubling. Let's just look at RMR. Now, admittedly, the 2021 Stockholm stickers look a lot better than the RMR stickers, even the papers, so it's not a direct comparison. We can't just draw conclusions like that, but the numbers are going to be pretty similar, and the fact that almost every single RMR paper sells for 3 cents speaks for itself. If we take a look back at Berlin 2019, where the papers were not in the same capsule as the holos and foils, you'll notice that the papers actually went up significantly. For example, the phase went up from about 27 cents to $1.50 to 60. That's over a 5x increase. And RMR has just continued to tank and tank and tank. So I think my point is pretty clear that the blues are going to be bad investments. The most likely scenario is that you buy a bunch, and when you sell them for 3 cents, you're going to lose 2/3 of your money, which we don't want to do. The only reason I have blue stickers left in my storage unit is because they are literally so worthless that it's not even worth my time to sell them. Now, when it comes to holos, though, I think that's going to be a different story. So the supply is about 1/5 of the papers, but the demand is so much higher. So I think that over time, these stickers have a potential of growing pretty massively. I don't think they're going to reach extreme prices, but because they look so good and the crafts you can do them match so well with the skins, people are going to continue to craft and craft with these stickers, and therefore the supply is going to go down. And again, supply demand, so if the supply goes down and the demand keeps up, then the price is going to increase. Now, this, of course, relies on the fact that the demand stays constant, and unless the next stickers are even better, I think it's a reasonable assumption that the demand will more or less stay around the same as right now. Maybe it'll decrease a little bit because the hype goes away, but since they look so good, I'm fairly confident to say that the demand will keep up. For the foils, they don't look that much different from the papers, and the price reflects that already, and I don't think the demand is there, so I would not recommend investing in the foils. Maybe buy a couple here and there just in case. Some of the better ones, potentially some of the cheaper ones, perhaps they're going to increase with a higher percentage than the more expensive ones. But since the demand is not there, I don't think it's a great investment. Now the golds, I don't really know what to think of because I think they look very good, but based on the price, other people don't think that they look very good. I guess the color's not really there, like it's kind of gold, but it's also kind of silver. So if the next gold stickers in the next major are going to be a lot more yellow colored, I think that can have a very bad influence on the price of the Stockholm 2021 golds. But also if the next golds are even worse, they might go up. So I really don't know what to think about the golds. I'm probably going to buy a few, and that's probably going to be it. So that's it for the team stickers. Now let's talk a little bit about the autograph stickers. So as you might know, this year's system for autograph stickers was a lot different than usual. They were released after the major has gone down. So the champions are in a separate container compared to everyone else. Now this has a lot of very important implications when it comes to investing in the champions autographs. Since there's a lot of hype because they are the champions, people open them a lot, and that increased the supply by even more. And unlike the team stickers, the holos look like garbage in the Navi capsule. So the main reason people open that capsule is to get the gold. If they get a gold, there's a 1 in 5 chance that it's going to be a simple autograph, which I think is going to devalue the simple autograph gold by a lot. So compare that to other golds from other teams. There's a lot smaller chance to get the gold from the specific player you want. For example, if you get a gold from the finalist autograph capsule, you have a 1 in 35 chance to get a Nico gold, and therefore that's a lot rarer. And since people still want it, the price is actually higher than the simple gold. So because it's so easy to get the specific player you want from Navi, I think it's gonna flop because the demand is so high that I don't think the demand is gonna be able to keep up. However, for the finalist capsule, since it's so hard to get what you want, it's going to do a lot better than the Navi capsule. Now, to say that the Navi capsule is going to flop was probably a little bit strong. I don't think it's going to flop, but I think it's going to not do very well in the long term. So if you're going to invest in the autograph capsules or the autograph stickers, I would definitely go for something from the finalists autograph capsule. Now, to decide whether capsules or actual stickers are going to be the better investment, I think that capsules are going to outperform stickers because if you think about it, a capsule is a sticker plus an extra bit of fun of opening it. And once you open it, it's gone, so the supply will go down faster. So now you heard my thoughts about the stickers, but how are we actually going to make money off it? There's two main methods that you can use. The first one is going to be just to buy a bunch and hold them for years. Now, since the supply is so high, I think it's actually going to be years until they appreciate significantly in price. So if you choose to go this route, just commit to it and don't sell too early. The other method is going to make you less profit, but it's going to be a lot quicker and probably a lot more reliable. Let's take a look at the capsule prices for RMR capsules. Before the sale happened, they were selling for around $1, and then the sale happened and they dropped down to about 25, 26, 27 cents. And when they got discontinued, they instantly jumped up to 37 cents in literally one day, and about a week after, they shot up to 49 cents. Now, if you can find that sweet spot of about a week or two after and sell then, you basically doubled your price. Not quite because of Steam taxes, but you made a very, very quick double up on your money. So that's like a 1.8x in about 10 days. So I'm definitely going to use this method. And since I will already have some, I will also keep a few just in case the price goes up. The reason this usually happens is that when something gets removed from the Steam store, people start panic buying because, oh, they forgot to invest. And all this buy power concentrates in about one day, which pushes the price up. And the good thing about this method is that you don't even need to believe in the capsule. Just look at RMR. It's literally only went down in price since, and it's still almost doubled. At least the Legends capsule almost doubled in 1.5 weeks. This year, Valve introduced some team patches. Now, if you don't know what patches are, these are what go on your agents and you can't actually see them in game, but other people can see them. and now you can brag about which team you're supporting. Now the way these work is a little bit different than the sticker capsules, so there's only 3 of them: the Legends, the Challengers, and the Contenders. And when you open them, you can get 2 types of patches. You can just get regular patches, and you can get gold patches. But these gold patches are only of purple rarity, so there's about a 1 in 5 chance that you hit a gold patch from a patch container. I don't even know what it's called. Since you can't see them in-game on your character, only other players can see it, the demand is very, very low for these items, but the supply is also very low because people just don't open them. So for this reason, this might be a good investment, but it is going to be very risky. I would compare these to the Hello Gold stickers from the Operation Broken Fang, but they kinda went down in price, but also you need to consider that these patches look better, so it's very hard to give a prediction about the future price. So all I can tell you is that I'm probably going to buy a few, not too many, just maybe a couple golds and like a few like 10 to 20 non-golds. I'm not a huge believer in them, but I'm definitely going to miss out if I don't buy any. And now let's talk about the souvenir packages. So there's been 7 new souvenir packages introduced, 4 of which are for completely new collections: the 2021 Dust 2, the 2021 Mirage, the 2021 Vertigo, and the Ancient Collection. Now, people were very, very worried about the Ancient Collection going down because of the souvenir packages coming out. I never believed that, and they did not go down because of them. However, since they got added, we have a very cool new Souvenir Red, the M4A1S Welcome to the Jungle. We also have the AK Gold Aberrasque, the AWP Desert Hydra, and the M4A1S Imminent Danger. Now, these stickers can be compared to the Souvenir Dragon lore. It's nowhere near as legendary though. This is of course reflected in their prices, and they are a lot cheaper than the Souvenir dealers, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. For investment though, here are a few things to consider. The biggest factor that's going to decrease the price of these souvenir cases is probably going to be the fact that these maps will most likely have new souvenirs next year in the next major. So there are most likely cases coming out that are very, very similar to this in a year. Now that of course doesn't mean that they're gonna go to 0, but people are probably gonna buy them less. A thing that is very good for the souvenir cases though, now this is not exclusive to Stockholm 2021, but it's exclusive to every souvenir case, is that souvenir skins cannot be traded up. So to get a Souvenir Red, you need to open it. And since people want Souvenir Reds, they're gonna want to open them, and you need 3,906 on average to open one, so people are gonna open a lot of them. I know I'm talking only about the 4 new collections, and that's because the other 3 collections already have souvenir skins, but you also have to always consider that since there's barely any focus on those cases, the supply is gonna be tiny, so even if the demand is tiny, the price still might be very high. Who knows? But what I feel like could pop off the most is the Vertigo collection, and that is because there are really cool skins in it. For example, the Imminent Danger, although not a lot of people like it, it's still a red and it still comes in souvenir, and it's still undoubtedly not an ugly skin. I mean, that's just my subjective opinion, but I still feel like there's enough people who want one of the Imminent Dangers in souvenir that they're gonna push up the price of the souvenir case. And since there are a lot less Vertigos being opened than Mirage and Dust 2, I think this has the biggest investment potential. So what I bought is 8 Dust 2, 8 Mirage, 3 Vertigo, and 3 Ancient. Now that I'm seeing my portfolio again, I might buy a couple more Ancient and Vertigos. But for now, that's all I have. Another factor that might devalue these souvenir packages is the fact that they don't have autographs on them. So let's say I buy 2 Ancient packages from the Grand Final. If I open 2 CZ Silvers, let's say, they're gonna look exactly the same apart from the sticker position and the wear value. Instead of the autograph stickers, we got the map stickers, but I think this is still really bad because it's gonna make the souvenirs a lot less unique. And for example, with the AWP Dragon lores, if the autograph was a good autograph, for example, example, Kenny S, the skin is worth so much more than if it just had a random autograph. And also you have to consider that 3 of the 4 stickers are completely replaceable, so it's only the map sticker that you can't just slap on a skin. So these souvenirs are not very unique. Now that being said, all the reds and some of the better pinks like the Panthera Anka are still extremely rare and extremely desirable, and therefore extremely expensive. But because all the factors I mentioned before, I don't think they're a very good investment, at least definitely not a safe investment. So the only Souvenir skins I'm gonna keep are the ones that I opened and am too lazy to sell on the market. So now on to the thing that I mysteriously hinted about at the beginning of the video, and that's going to be the viewer pass. So this of course is a consumable, which if you use after the Stockholm Major has ended, it still gives you the bronze coin, which I have no way of testing, but that's what happened with operation passes, so I think it's fair to assume that that is what will happen with these passes as well. Now there are 2 passes. There's just the regular viewer pass, and there's also the viewer pass with 3 souvenir tokens. I have no idea what's going to happen with the 3 souvenir tokens if you open it after the major has ended, but I am fairly certain that you will not be able to redeem them. So since there's so little to know about the current passes, all I can do to predict the investment potential of these passes is to look at previous passes and how the price of them fluctuated. So the Katowice 2019 viewer pass started at around $10, and when the major ended, it spiked up to around $25-ish. Some even sold for $29. Then it quickly dropped back down to lower, under $20. But then it just started to climb and climb and climb. And when the operation came out, it dropped. And now it's starting to pick back up. It's still 4 times the price of when it originally came out, which is kind of crazy. The trend for the Berlin viewer pass, however, is completely different. It starts off at about $10 and then immediately crashes down to $3.50. Then it starts to go up, goes back up to about $13-14, then crashes again during the operation, and now it's back up to around $11 to $12, which is, if you consider Steam tax, that's still a loss on your investment. So these didn't perform well. Now the viewer pass with 3 souvenir tokens is a different story though. It starts off at the usual $20-ish, and then like the non-souvenir ones, they drop down significantly. And ever since, they've just been increasing until the operation started, where they took a massive dump, but they are still about $35, which is a lot more than they started at. Now, the important thing here to mention is that the Katowice 2019 system was slightly different, and the Berlin 2019 was a lot more comparable to Stockholm 2021. So I would think that this year's passes are going to perform more along the line of the Berlin 2019 passes. So just the viewer pass does not seem to be a good investment, but the souvenir token pass, it might be, but it's very high risk because the demand is super low for these things. I mean, the supply is also super low, but pretty much no one wants them. But if you buy 1 or 2 maybe, just so you don't miss out, it might pay off. But this is a very high risk investment that doesn't really have a lot of reward. So personally, I'm not going to be investing in the passes. So those were all my main points that I wanted to touch on, but before I end the video, I'm just going to do a quick little recap. So for the team stickers, I think that the papers are going to perform terribly. I have a lot more faith in the holos, so I do have a couple of them, and I probably will be buying more. The foils are similar to the papers, so I don't think they'll be performing well, and the golds are very dependent on what the next golds are going to be looking like, so I'm not going to go in hard on the golds. For the autographs, I don't really think that the Navi autographs are going to perform well just because of the sheer quantity of them and people opening them. But I think that the finalist stickers, especially from the better players, are going to perform a lot better because of the smaller volume and the lower odds to get them from one capsule. Patches are going to be one of those low demand, low supply items, so it's going to be a high risk investment, but I do have some faith in them since they are the first team patches. And then for the souvenir packages, I think that the 4 new collections are a good short time investment, so I did buy quite a few of them. But since another version is probably going to be re-released in the next major, I don't think they're going to do amazingly in the long term, but hopefully I'm wrong about that. And then the skins itself, the lower tiers are definitely not going to go up much, but the higher tiers might because of their rarity, and they do look very good, although the lack of autograph stickers is definitely going to have a negative impact on them. And then finally, for the viewer pass, based on Berlin 2019 viewer passes, the regular viewer pass is not going to be an amazing investment. However, the viewer pass with 3 souvenir tokens looks like it's going to go up. So that's all the thoughts I had about the 2021 Stockholm major items as investments. Again, keep in mind that everything in this video is my opinion or based on previous similar items, so nothing in this video was financial advice. If you're investing in this operation, please let me know in the comments what you're buying and how much of it. And again, if you want to buy, sell, or rent CSGO skins, check out the affiliate links in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this video gave you value, and if it did, hit the like and the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.